Hello, my lovely students of 4th primary. How are you? Now, in the last lesson, we learned how to multiply a two-digit number by a multiple of 10. And this helped us to solve life situations, like calculating the price of bus tickets for a group of 38 people, where the price of the ticket was 30 LE. All right, but now can we find the price of the bus tickets if one ticket costs 25 LE? So we have to multiply 38, which is a number of people, by 25, which is the price of one ticket. So we now need to multiply two-digit numbers. Neither of them is multiple of 10. ولا واحد فيهم هيبقى multiple of 10. And this is what we will learn in today's lesson, Lesson 7, Unit 7, which is called Area Models and Two-Digit Multiplication. Now let's first see how we can benefit, ازاي هنستفيد from our previous knowledge of place value and the strategies that help us multiply numbers by each other in Access part on page 284. Let's see it all together. Okay, here is Access on page 284. And now you will be the teacher. انتوا دلوقتي اللي هتبقوا teacher, and we will take a look at the problem we have and its answer. Since you are being the teacher, you are asked to find, مطلوب منكم to find the correct and incorrect answer among the three answers here, and explain how can you discover or how you discovered the mistakes. I'll give you now time to think and circle the correct answers. And now, who of us discovered that the incorrect answer is the answer which is number 2, and why? So, let's see here. The incorrect answer is number 2. تعالوا كده نشوف number 2 why it is incorrect answer. Let's review all of the answers together. In answer number 1, the student added 240 4 times. عمل 240 plus each other 4 times. Then that means what? That means they understood that 4 multiplied by 240 means that 240 repeated 4 times. And the answer is 960, okay, which is correct answer. طيب تعالوا نشوف in number 3. The student used the area model strategy. Okay, استخدم الاريا موديل اللي هو رسم rectangle and arranged the length according to the place value of 240 with 0 and multiplied each number by the width اللي هو 4. Okay, so the student added the products بعد ما عمل multiplication. He add 800 plus 160 plus 0, and the answer is 960, which is also correct. However, in answer number 2, the student عمل إيه بقى؟ The student only used the partial products in multiplication. He multiplied incorrect. So the product of 200 times 4 equals 60. Okay, عمل 200 times 4 equals 60. طيب بدل ما المفروض البرودكت الرايت برودكت او الكوريكت برودكت يبقى ايه؟ Of course 8 times 2 gives me 800 and not 60. 200 times 4 equals 800 and not 60. طيب وكمان عمل ايه؟ الستودنت wrote that the product of 40 times 4 is 80. عمل 40 times 4 is 80, which is wrong. طيب مش 4 times 4 16 يبقى the right answer is 160. So when the student added all the products, أكيد the final answer is incorrect. Okay, so when answering this student, they added non-zero numbers together. يعني عمل إيه؟ بدل ما يعمل multiply عمل add. يعني هو عمل 4 plus 2 equals 6 وعمل 4 plus 4 equals 8. هي دي الغلطة اللي هو عملها. And now we are back to being the students. دلوقتي انتوا خلاص بقيتوا students تاني, and we will have to build on page 285 to find out the answer to the question we are asked at the start of the lesson. تعالوا نشوف كده الquestion مع بعض. Okay, here how can we multiply the two-digit numbers ولا واحد فيهم is multiple of 10? We know from the title of the lesson that we are using the area model. اكيد عرفنا من التايتل بتاع الليسن بتاعنا ان احنا هنستخدم الاريا موديل. I want you to get a pen and piece of paper. كل واحد يجهز pen و piece of paper and let's think together about how we can use the area model to find the product of multiplying 22 times 17. تعالوا نفكر بقى فيها مع بعض. طيب we will draw a rectangle and decompose 22 into 20 and 2. تعالوا نعملها كده. هرسم rectangle بتاعي و decompose 22 into 20 plus 2. وبعدين هعمل ايه؟ yes الويدث بتاعي will be 17. يبقى انا عملت decompose ل 22 into 20 plus 2 والويدث بتاعي 17. Then we multiply 20 times 17 and write the product. هعمل 20 times 17 plus 2 times 17. مش هي دي طريقة الاريا موديل؟ Okay, then I will write the product of this one and write the product of this one. And then what should I do? I will add the two products. So what do you think is different here? إيه المختلف هنا؟ I am sure that you have noticed the difference. متأكدة إن كل واحد عارف إيه الاختلاف هنا. In the previous lesson, we always write the number that is multiple of 10 في الويدث. دايماً كان الويدث كان number multiple of 10. وبعدين we arrange the second number. Now, whichever the number, we will decompose. The second number will not be a multiple of 10. الاختلاف هنا إن أنا ما عنديش multiple of 10. So, how can you multiply 22 times 17 using the area model? I want you to take a look at the area model found on page 285 and think of a way to divide the numbers found. I will give you now some time to think and we will discuss the answers all together. And now, let's see and compare your answers. طيب, some of you might think that we can decompose 17 into 7 plus 10. ممكن أعمل 17 ل 7 plus 10. Just like you have decomposed 22 into 20 plus 2. ممكن أعمل 22 أعملها decompose ل 20 plus 2. This is correct. طيب, وممكن نعمل العكس على فكرة. ممكن نعمل 7 و 10 in this side و 20 و 2 in the other side. Then we will proceed as normal. We will multiply 20 times 7. You can see this multiplication. يبقى هعمل 20 times 7. 20 times 7 equals what? 2 times 7, 14, and put the 0 to get 140, right? And then write the product here as I wrote it. Then 20 times 10. تعالوا نعمل بقى 20 times 10. Hey, 20 times 10 equals what? Yes, 2 times 1 equals 2, and put the 2 zeros to be 200. Then what should I do? I will multiply 2 times 7. Okay? After I finish the first number, I will multiply بقى 2 times 7. Let's see it. Okay. 2 times 7. 2 times 7 gives me what? 14. So I will write the 14 here. Then what should I do? I will multiply 2 times 10. 2 times 10 equals what? 2 times 10 equals 20. Then here I have 4 numbers. I will add all the products. تعالوا نعملهم بقى plus each other. يعني هعمل 140 plus 200 plus 14 plus 20. I will add all these numbers, so the answer will be 374, and this is the final answer. Now, note that whichever way you choose, أي طريقة هتستخدمها to arrange the numbers, whether this one أو another one, make sure that the multiplication products are in the correct place. And of course, it is different. أكيد هتختلف according to the arrangement of the numbers. Let's write it on the board. طيب, let's solve this example all together. يلا, write it with me. I have here 34 times 19. 34 times 19 equals what? So, I want you to draw the area model with me. تعالوا كده نرسم ال area model. This is the area model, like you see. Okay. Now, like this. Okay. Here I'll put the multiplication. طيب, some of you might arrange them here into 30 plus 4 and 10 plus 9. تعالوا كده نكتب. Here 34 will be 30 plus 4 and 19 will be 10 plus 9. Then what should I do? Yes, I will multiply the two numbers. So first of all, I will multiply 30 times 10. 30 times 10 gives me what? Of course, 30 times 10 gives me 300. Then what should I do? I will multiply 30 times 9. 30 times 9 equals what? Of course, I'll put the 0 here. 3 times 9 equals 27. So the answer is 270. Let's multiply the other number 4 by these two numbers. So I will multiply 4 times 10. Well, 4 times 10 equals what? Of course, 4 times 10 equals 40. Then I will multiply 4 times 9. 4 times 9 equals what? Of course, equals 36. Look here, I have these 4 numbers. What should I do? I will add all these numbers. Okay, so I will write 300 plus 270 plus 40 plus 36. Okay, when I add all these numbers, so the answer will be, of course, 646. And this is my final answer. And now it's your turn to solve problem number 3, which is 72 times 15. Now I'll give you some time, and then we will get back and review and discuss the answers all together. And now, after we have finished this problem, تعالوا بقى let's solve the next one. Okay, now in the second problem, he wants me to multiply 72 times 15 equals what? طيب, the same steps. I will draw my rectangle like this. بتاع الاريا model. يلا draw it with me. Okay. Then I will write here the multiplication. Then I will decompose 72 into 70 plus 2. I will write it here, 70 plus 2. And I will decompose 15 into 10 and 5. Then what should I do? I will start with the multiplication. هعمل 70 times 10. So 70 times 10 equals what? Of course, I will put the 2 zeros here. Then 7 times 1 equals 7. Then what should I do? I will multiply 70 times 5. 70 times 5 equals what? Of course, I'll put the 0 here. 7 times 5 equals 35. طيب, what is the next step? I will multiply 2 times 10, then 2 times 5. So 2 times 10 equals what? Equals 20. And 2 times 5 equals what? Of course, 2 times 5 equals 10. Then what should I do? Yes, I will add these 4 numbers. يبقى هعمل 700 plus 350 plus 20 plus 10. When I add all these numbers, so my answer is 1080, and this is my final answer. Now, if any of you arrange the numbers in other way, على فكرة ممكن حد بدل ما يكتب هنا 10 and 5 ممكن يكتبوا in this side و 70 and 2 يكتبوا in the other side. Okay, you can check your answers by checking the multiplication products and the final answer. And after we have understood how to use the area model to multiply 2-digit numbers, neither of them ولا number فيهم is multiple of 10. Let's move now on to the connect part on page 286 on your school book. Let's see it all together. And now in the connect part, how have you noticed how we use the distributive property while solving؟ حد أخد باله إزاي استخدمنا distributive property؟ The distributive property of multiplication appeared after we have decomposed the numbers. As an example, in problem number 3, we have decomposed 72 into 70 plus 2, with 15 into 10 plus 5. After decomposing, we multiplied 70 by 10 and 70 by 5. Then we multiply 2 times 10 and times 5. Pay attention to multiplying the correct numbers so that the final answer is correct. وكمان ناخد بالنا من حاجة مهمة قوي. Make sure that when we decompose the numbers, لما أعمل decomposing للnumbers, there is a number that is a multiple of 10. دايما أخلي إن في number فيهم يبقى multiple of 10. ليه؟ عشان any number multiple of 10 بيخلي المultiplication بتاعتي very easy to solve it. Alright, now let's head to the practice part on page 286. As you see here, this is the practice part, page 286 and 287. Let's see the problems. طيب, now in the practice part, here, problem number 1 and 2, as you see here. Problem number 1, 2, and 3 are just like the ones we have answered. زي اللي احنا حليناهم بالظبط. And I am sure you can solve them by your own. طيب, now you can solve, or you could also check your answers by comparing them with the final answer. And now we will answer all together problem number 4. تعالوا نشوف problem number 4. Okay. This is problem number 4 in the practice part. In problem number 4 بتقول لي إيه؟ There are 6 people who participated in the fair. يعني 6 people كانوا participated اشتركوا في المعرض. Okay? طيب. And then each one 145 pounds. كل واحد فيهم كسب 145 pounds. السؤال بيقول لي إيه؟ How much money did they win all together? طيب, now I will use the area model drawn in the book. Like you see here, this is the area model which I will use it. We will decompose. هنعمل decomposing لل 145. هعمل decomposing لل 145 إزاي؟ Yes, I will decompose it into 100 plus 40 plus 5. Don't forget to put the multiplication sign here. Then I will write the 6 down here. Okay? Now, let's start with the multiplication. أول حاجة هعملها إيه؟ Of course, I will multiply 6 times 100. Hey, 6 times 100 equals what? Yes, it's very easy. I will put the 2 zeros here and put the 6 to be 600. Then, what should I do? I will multiply 6 by the second number, يعني 6 times 40. So, I'll put the 0 here. 6 times 4 equals what? 24. So the answer is 240. Then what should I do? I'll multiply 6 by the third number, which is 5. So 6 times 5 equals what? Of course, 6 times 5 equals 30. Then what should I do? Yes, I have here 3 numbers. So I will add all the numbers to get the final answer. يبقى هعمل 600 plus 240 plus 30. When I add these 3 numbers, the final answer will be, as you see here, 870. Okay, so the money that the 6 people won is 870 pounds. That being so, we have learned at the end of our lesson, and after we have finished all the practice part, and now let's summarize what we took today. Okay, طيب دلوقتي بعد ما عرفنا how to use the area model to solve 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication problems, I think we can now answer the question asked at the start of the lesson, which was, can we calculate the price of the bus tickets for 38 people if one ticket costs 25 LE? To enhance our skills and put what we have learned in today's lesson into practice, we can scan the code in front of us and go to the digital copy on the Egyptian Knowledge Bank. Thank you so much for your watching, and see you next lesson.